Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, I would like to say thank you very much for the committee of the 8th Profunedu International Conference for the opportunity that has given to us. In this opportunity, I would like to present the research under the title DERIVATIONAL or Inflectional Morpheme, a case of EFL student comprehension in narrative text. In this research, there are several researchers conducted. They are Inang, Shilvya Irna Dwiyanti, Hasanudin, Yuliana and Ahmad Wael. Here are several main points of this research that I want to point out. First is introduction, second is literature review, third is methodology, fourth is finding and discussion, and last is conclusion. Coming to introduction, the researcher is interested to know if students comprehend the differences between derivational morphemes and inflectional morphemes in English for learning. Researcher will determine the comprehension of EFL student in distinguishing derivational morpheme and inflectional morphemes by using narrative text as a medium. Moving on, literature review. There are several research has been conducted before regarding this research. One is Fitria 2020 conducted research about the derivational and inflectional morphemes. The objective is to know the derivational function of morpheme in selected news from tempo.com. Next is Kusuma Wardani 2020. The aim of this research is about kinds of effects and how they use in story. Next, Halawat 2021, the objective of this research is to find out derivational and inflectional morpheme in Selena Gomez songs. Next is Aprianti ATAL 2020. The objective of this research is to identify affixes in Lady Gaga songs. Last is Smolena 2021. The objective of this research is to find out most type derivational and inflectional morpheme. Gap of the research. Despite these valuable contributions, it remains gap in the research. EFL teacher and student who already learn about both the morphemes. This research needs to identify the obstacle facing by the students in comprehending narrative text. Moving on, methodology. Research method. This research uses qualitative method with the research using two data collecting techniques. There are document and interview. Research setting. This research was done at Uiversitas Muhammadiyah Malang and the research spanned 6 months. For the research instrument, it used document and interview. Data analysis technique. The data analysis using flow models from Miles and Haberman, which there are three main activities in analyzing the data. They are data reduction, data display, and conclusion drawing or verification. Finding and discussions. Students' comprehension in derivational and inflectional morpheme. Based on the data EFL students, we found 53 derivational morpheme and inflectional morpheme, include 16 derivational morphemes and 37 inflectional morphemes. The result of EFL student comprehension in distinguishing derivational morpheme and inflectional morphemes. EFL students tend to be better at understanding inflectional morphemes because the result obtained on inflectional morpheme are 88.7 in the A or very good category. Moving on, students' obstacle regarding the derivational and inflectional morphemes. Here are several obstacles that mostly faced by the students of EFL. A. Psychological factors. B. Awareness of affixes. C. Lack of vocabulary. And last, or D. Lack of grammar. Conclusion. The results show that EFL students find it easier to understand inflectional morphemes because they only add affixes and what changes are only the grammar function. not the word class like derivational morphemes. So it is only natural that EFL students understanding derivational morpheme is in category A or very good. Regarding the obstacle experienced by EFL students in understanding derivational morpheme and inflectional morphemes, EFL students are trying to find easy way to be able to understand derivational morphemes and inflectional morphemes in order to increase their knowledge. Last is suggestions. The researcher expected that this research can be used as a reference to find out what obstacle EFL students face in understanding derivational and inflectional morphemes, especially in terms of lack of vocabulary and grammar among EFL students, which causes EFL students to have difficulty determining word classes and changes grammar function in derivational and inflectional morphemes. That's all for the explanation. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.